Hey, this is Angie B, and I'm alone in the studio today to talk to you about my album, Love Me, Leave Me. So this is my debut album, Love Me, Leave Me, and it's got a fold out. There is the entire picture, and here's the inside. Now, even though it's an Anji B album, it was actually created by Ryan and I. We started a few years back. It was originally supposed to be an EP of like 4 to 6 songs, and Ryan was helping me to reinterpret some songs that I had made online with a friend of mine in Canada called Rom DePrisco. And then it just kind of bloomed into this whole album. We added a few other songs that I'd worked on with various people online, and we also wrote some brand new songs. So I originally released Love Me, Leave Me in November 2013 in a super limited edition of just 100 eco-friendly CDs and 100 posters, 11 by 17, of the picture from the inside cover. And within 6 months I'd sold out of all of them. Now, I only pressed 100 CDs because I figured everyone buys things digitally now, right? Well, they do. I'm selling them on iTunes and Amazon MP3 and Google Music and all of that stuff, but it turns out that really hardcore fans want to have that CD in their hand, and not only that, they love it when I autograph it. And because so many people were interested in getting a copy of the album, I just repressed 100 more. So I've already sold a few of them, but there's just a little under 100 copies of the CD and a little under 50 copies of the poster available at angieb.bandcamp.com. Now, because I love you guys so much, I actually made a special discount code, which couldn't be easier. It's YouTube. So when you check out, just put in YouTube and it'll give you a 10% discount, not only on the album and poster, but also on any of the digital releases on there as well. I did a remix EP of the first single, put some music on, and I have a whole album's worth of remixes of the title track, Love Me, Leave Me, which is a whole other story actually, because the way I funded this album was by releasing a series of singles, different remixes of Love Me, Leave Me over a 1-year period leading up to the release of the album. It's really been quite a journey, and so I'm just glad to let you guys know about that now and here. So as for the photo, so that photo came about because I met a photographer from Chicago whose name is Aga Furtak, and I met her actually in a yoga class, and she was looking for subjects to do photography on, and I already was working on the album, so I thought, great, I could really use some new photographs. So she came over to my house, and I had already picked out a few outfits, and as it turned out, boudoir photography is kind of her specialty, erotic photography, which I really didn't know when I met her. So she really encouraged me to get out some of my vintage lingerie, which I have actually quite a big collection. Now, you guys may not know it, but I used to be a life model, and I did quite a few portraits in, like, you know, kind of like scantily clad vintage outfits, so I had plenty to choose from. So the photo on the cover was shot in my own boudoir, wearing my own outfits. I did my own makeup and hair and everything. I provided the lights. And originally the photos were really just kind of meant for, you know, my own personal use. But it turned out that all the pictures in the costumes that I'd selected, like a little black top and skirt and like a little Asian dress, none of them had that certain something that you really want for the cover of an album. And I swear, I actually deliberated for a whole year. I agonized because I knew that this photo of me sitting at my vanity was the best, strongest image, and yet I really worried what people would say about me, or how my family would react, or if people would act strangely seeing a semi-erotic photo of me. But, you know, Ryan was like, don't be crazy, it's a great picture, you should just go for it. So finally, after a year of dragging my feet, I was like, you know what, I have to get this album out, let's just do it. So for the most part, you know, the reaction's been really great. Of course, there's always a few people who are like, oh, you're just trying to show off your hot vegan body, or you're trying to use sex to sell your album. It really couldn't be further from the truth. It's just the way that it happened. It was just a natural thing. I'm comfortable with my body, having been a life model for 10 years. And it was just a very comfortable situation. A woman taking my photo, the two of us alone. There was no male exploitation or any of the types of things that some people have said in the comments. So you can just lay all that to rest. So that's the story behind the photo, and that's the story behind the album, and I have a lot more stories to share with you about the album and the making of the album and the lyrics and everything else, and I hope to share those with you in some future episodes. So if you want, you can actually subscribe to youtube.com/AngieB, where there's actually a very sexy video for the title track Love Me Leave Me that Ryan and I shot in the same boudoir as the album photo. And I hope to do like some live recordings and some other things as well, so please stay tuned. Like this video if you're into it, share it with your friends, leave a comment down below if there's some more things you'd like me to address about the album, the cover, or anything else. And until next time, keep it chill, baby. Keep it chill.
Put out the lights, so put your cares behind. We'll have a party tonight. Put some music on. Put out the lights, so put your cares behind. We'll have a party.